Squid Game, the worst thing each main character did. Before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Enchant Films. Number 9. Jandaksu pushed a man to his death. It's difficult to pinpoint one particular thing that Jandaksu did that was the worst, considering he murdered a man in cold blood before joining the games, pulling out his insides, and he finished them off. He also manipulated people who were weaker than him and took every opportunity possible to show his cowardice, like forcing a change in the marble game when he was about to lose. But arguably the worst was during the bridge game, one of the most difficult games on Squid Game, when Jiyoung pushed an innocent man to his death simply because the man refused to pass him, go first, and take the risk of falling through the non-tempered glass. Number 8. Cho Songwoo tricked Ali, leading to his death. By far, one of the most emotional scenes in episodes of the Squid Game was episode 6, when Cho, realizing he was going to lose the marble challenge, manipulated Abdullah and set him up to die. Cho pretended that he was concocting a clever plan to help them both live. Instead, he secretly switched out Abdullah's marbles with rocks and sent him on a suicide mission while Cho presented all 20 marbles to the guard to confirm his win. The realization in Abdullah's face when he figured it out, knowing not only the man he thought was his friend and ally, but that he was about to be killed, was heart-wrenching. And it's the moment that fans truly understood how despicable Cho was. Number 7. Abdullah Ali harmed his old boss. Ali was one of the purest souls in the games, joining simply because he had gotten a raw deal and wasn't able to make enough money to support his family. Desperate to find a way to provide for his family, he went along with the last resort option, despite the tremendous risks. The only bad thing Ali did was truly leave his former boss with his hand being completely crushed in a piece of machinery, something that most fans would say was justified. It was an accident, but nonetheless, Ali should have owned up to the act instead of running. Number 6. Hanumi murder-suicide. Minyo did a lot of bad things, including joining forces with Jandaksu and taunting people throughout the games. But she also did some good, such as when she covered for Saibyuk when the young woman was investigating what was going on at the beginning of the games. But Minyo's final act was her worst, when she secured her arms tightly around Jandaksu's waist, insulted him, and then leaned back as far as she could until the pair plummeted together to their death. In the end, it helped the others survive, but it was a heinous and selfish act that was more of an act of revenge than selflessness. Number 5. Jiyoung killed her father. Jiyoung only appeared in the pivotal episode 6, but she certainly made an impact, stealing every scene she was in. Surrendering herself to Saibyuk so could live was the most selfless thing Jiyoung did on Squid Game. At her heart, she was a loving young woman who made fast friends with Kung. She was dealing with the trauma, having witnessed her mother dead on the floor, her father holding the knife over her body. This is why some fans have sympathy for Jiyoung, since she was avenging her mother's death by killing her father. Number 4. Huang Jungho watched people die without intervening. Huang Jungho was the hero of the story, the police officer who infiltrated the game undercover to try and take them down. And while he didn't have many options with no cell service, no backup, and no concrete evidence on camera to prove the stories, he stayed a rather long time without trying to report what was going on. There were few opportunities for him to leave, and it wouldn't have made sense unless he got the whole story to take back to the department. Nonetheless, he walked around the compound, watching people get brutally murdered and did nothing. Number 3. Jihan mistreated his mother. Despite the many bad things Squid Game main character Jihan did on the show, he remains one of the most likable characters on Squid Game. At his core, Jihan was a good person who took a bad turn in life. But he also did terrible things, like taking advantage of Ol Il Nam in the marble game. But one particular thing about Sung that didn't sit right with fans, the way he treated his mother. While he wanted to help her once she knew he was ill, he also let her work endless hours in her old age and catered to him as if he were a child, giving him money, room, and board, and making him food. What's worse is that he was rude and unappreciative, despite everything she had done for him. Number 2. Saibyuk stole from Jihan. Another kind soul in the games, Saibyuk wasn't a bad person. She escaped North Korea and was simply trying to find a way to make a quick buck so that she'd get her mother over and provide a good time for her little brother. In a desperate situation, she resorted to desperate measures. She actually did plenty of great things, like reminding Sung which glass to step on as he panicked and opening up Jiyoung during the marble game. With that said, the worst thing Saibyuk did was steal money from Sung right in the beginning, before they entered the game. When it was a simple street theft, the action caused a series of reactions that led Sung deciding to call the number on the card. Number 1. The frontman killed his brother. The frontman was a mysterious masked figure for much of the series, but he finally revealed his face when confronted by Jungho, who, as some fans had guessed early on, was his younger brother. Even knowing his brother had snuck onto the compound and had been wreaking havoc undercover for the sake of finding him, he disregarded any love he might have had for the young man. He gave him a single chance to surrender, and when Huang didn't budge, he shot him in cold blood. With that said, one of the wildest fan theories about Squid Game on Reddit suggests that Huang Jungho might actually not be dead. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you liked it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you never miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.